deny a lot of creeps in the laning stage, but once you get BKB Blink, they have nothing to stop it with, so it could be a bit problematic for Elephant.
All right, well, let's see how game number 2 plays out with BCOP and Lacoste.
Thank you very much. Going into game number 2, Elephant, first one, it looked like it was one that they should have had. They let it go, and well, now they're fighting for the series, and RNG, they look like they could be in a decent position to even 2-0 Elephant, which would be a big, big series for them to take. And one that might really push them into potential major talks.
Sure, like they need to win this one. They have first game in the bag, and I still feel they have a much better draft. They have a superior team fight. You have Sanking, DP, Nixus. Like a lot of these abilities are long cooldown. Like Storm Spirit, he's not relying on cooldown to fight. Neither is Shadow Demon pretty much. Troll can just deal damage with right clicks. Abba doesn't rely on cooldown. So we'll have to see how they're going to cycle those abilities. Sometimes, you know, you might not need to have all the abilities up to be able to fight. God King, let's see the spear. He's going to start with Rebuke.
God's Rebuke still taking a lot of damage. I know FY was trying to step in front of God King. Doesn't have anything for another 16 seconds, but the right clicks, oh, it might be enough. And yeah, FY gets
He's just going to run him
blood.
down. Boots of Speed, got half a level already. Disruption got a huge buff. You know, Illusion Duration went from 8 seconds level 1 to 11 seconds. Those 3 extra seconds are pretty big.
Yeah, a big buff on the front end of that spell. Obviously the same at the back end, 14-14. But now I'm worried for RNG. Are we going to see more of the same in the beginning of the game?
No kills at all for 15 minutes, and then they make a huge comeback.
Yeah. Let's just come back. Take one good fight. Make Elephants scared to fight us. Almost bring it 60 minutes. I'm also very interested to see this Death Prophet, because we have not really seen Death Prophet much at all. Seems like a hero that's just been kind of pushed to the side, not a good mid anymore compared to other options.
She was a bit OP as a position 5, I would say. I don't think it's viable to be played as 5 anymore. In certain situations, yeah, you can play whatever the hell you want, but are you going to win the game? Maybe yes, maybe no. Still, as a mid laner, she feels really strong, and I like that Prophet as a counter to Abaddon, where he can't pop the ulti because he's silenced. You can just completely ignore it. I've seen a lot of games throughout the major where it was the exact same matchup. Like Abba, he needs to be close to the team fight to use his abilities to land the good saves, but against the Dead Prophet, it's problematic. It's a huge AoE silence. Once it's maxed out, it's a 6-second duration. A bit too much. I'm watching the bottom lane. Sanking starting with the Burrow Strike. I can understand that. He's playing into range hero, so it's going to be tough. They push the lane. They don't allow Sanking to use the Caustic Finale. This is what he wants to do in most of the matchups. And he is the playmaker in this game, so they need to set him up for a good game. Like this time around, you can't afford to get like any shenanigans item. You can't go greedy. Like it needs to be a Blink Dagger early on to be able to fight with the team.
Right.
Because Nyx Assassin 5 can't really make any aggressive moves. You need levels on the hero to be able to get that level 6. It's a slow type of a lineup coming out from RNG in this one. They're relying on a lot of team fight. Mid lane, Somnus.
In trouble. Somnus trying to go for this Spirit Siphon enough to keep him alive. It's a level 2 Siphon. Cryptsworm hits onto Somnus, but he's still throwing some damage back at him. He's got an empty bottle now. D-Stone's trying to keep up. Won't be able to do so.
Didn't want to fully commit. Could have probably chased him down. He has 35 extra movement speed on top of Storm, but Fairy Fire, and there is a Bounty Rune that he will be able to pick up.
And FY already has Arcane Boots again.
He got a First Blood.
Yeah, and they got another kill up top on Super. And it's just a lot of gold for the Shadow Demon. I'm interested to see what FY really wants to build.
It's just Ether Lens.
Going further. What a Shadow Demon with FY's amount of farm can get done.
Flyby, bottom lane.
Yeah, he's gonna die here. He was standing right on top of a sentry, so place that down. Nowhere for him to go. They've got the damage. Red Panda gets the kill on a flyby. And still we're seeing RNG have their struggles in the early parts of this game.
It's a tough one because Enigma is jungling. In the interview yesterday, Team Secret talked about how they like to play, you know, some heroes jungle. They're trying to figure out what's happening. Yappy talked about the jungle Venomancer, how strong he is. He got surprised by it, and we see some of the jungle heroes coming back because this is Enigma just straight up jungling.
Oh God, flyby again. He's been dusted. They're gonna try and get the kill here. Burrow strike away, but the missed coil's there for Red Panda.
Level 2 coil actually gets him.
TP in from FY, that'll refill Somnus's bottle. And they might want to go on T-Stones. But this is just straight aggression. Exactly how the game was played the first time.
It's going to be very hard for them to make moves. They need to play with the catapults. Like, I don't expect RNG to make any like aggressive moves until they get level 6 on a Dead Prophet, level 6 on Enigma. He's going into mech, what it seems to be on Enigma, like just mech, blink, BKB seems to be the choice. Maybe BKB before the blink, we'll see how the game actually develops. But wants to be able to tank up the Eidolons, tank up his team.
Smoke picked up for this Abaddon. We'll see if they're going to try and make a highly aggressive move this early on, but he set himself up with Dust, he set himself up with Wards. Yang getting chased, Blade Fury on top of him, he's getting his mana drained out by Super.
Storm farming a huge stack. FY was very active, stacking is one of the best heroes to stack with. You can use the illusions, you can use attacks, Shadow Poison, and this will get Storm Spirit to level 6.5. We'll pick up a bounty and just go back. Potentially, if rune spawns stop, let's see what it is. No, it's bottom, Arcane Rune. These stones will bottle that one up. So he needs to run back, and potentially he can gank the side lane. Like, in terms of side lanes, bottom is already in a really bad state, because Sanking died 2 times. 1 time after he respawned, TP'd back, so he had to walk back to the lane. So it's a rough one for him, and he can't go back to jungle, because this is where Enigma is. Too many people in the jungle, not a good recipe.
Yang, he's running in a circle, stun comes out, they get the kill on Yang, not sure why he turned around and went like that, maybe trying to bait them in and get a rotation quicker. They go after Super, they've got the Vortex, the turnaround, do they have the damage? Spike Carapace not going to be enough. Getting the mana out of Somnus' hands is not going to keep you alive, however.
He just does what can be done. Meanwhile, on the mid lane, the catapult, D-Stone's playing with that Arcane Rune. So that's going to be a lot of damage. They need to make a rotation, otherwise this TP is going to die. It's being pinged out. Also Enigma, also coming to the mid lane. Does have mana boots. Mars is level 6, but this tower is just going to drop. This is actually huge for RNG.
Big tower to get, and really opening up the map. You need a little bit more space here with the heroes that they've picked. They've got an Enigma that's really trying to take over the jungle. They've got the root flyby. He's got 2 seconds until he's got another burrow strike. Goes to the other side. Can he hide into the trees? He's still playing Ring Around the Rosie, and ooh, he's got him.
A bit of RNG there against the RNG.
But Felix, he dies to Yang, who drops down that arena. So a couple of kills being got here for Elephant. I guess the difference is RNG have 1 this time. They've got 1 kill instead of 0.
Yeah, big W for them.
The big dubs.
Compared to the previous game, yeah. And they're going for greedy build. Like, Juggernaut is in jungle as well. Trying to farm the Battle Fury, next Assassin, soaking up some experience on the top. Also Enigma. Like, they can't have 3 people being in the jungle.
Right. It's going to be really difficult for them to split all this farm. I'm worried to see if they can reliably split all this farm. Usually when you see it get split so thin, these teams tend to crumble pretty quickly because they just can't find the farm to keep up. Bro strike onto the Abaddon. Yurus continuing to chase. Flyby. He's silenced. He's dead.
Daibai not having a really good time this game.
Ball
No
lightning,
help
Spike
whatsoever.
Carapace. Stun onto this Storm, but they just don't have anybody to follow this up. Super's going to get chased all the way under the tower. And they have yet another kill, making it 9-1 Elephant.
Pretty much the same story as game number 1. Still, team fight from RNG is super strong. Dead Prophet managed to take down the tower. On a mid lane, she's level 9. They need to play around DP. DP needs to be active because Sanking is not having a good time. He died 4 times already, is level 6, needs to find the farm somewhere.
Yeah, really needs to find some bit of farm. I can't believe Sand King. Second to last on the net worth. They've got the medallion on the Abaddon. I'll be looking for the Solar Crest. We'll see if D-Stones can work here with Flyby, use that Exorcism to get another tier 1 tower. Super on the run, Ball Lightning, one more shot with that medallion placed on him. So Super will die again. But it doesn't look as though they're going to give up this tier 1 bottom. Unless they make another rotation in. Not sure what they expect to accomplish, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're bringing the Mars in. It's late, but it's in time. And now they've got the spear. They have just the arena down to catch this Enigma. Felix dies quickly. Yang just skirting out. He's got the Aphotic Shield. Yurus moving forward. This is looking
Another stun.
okay for
That's
Elephant,
a
but
big
they've
one
got the
for
Burrow
RNG.
Strike to bring down Yurus. So Yurus, if he could have stayed alive, it would have looked good. But now you lose Yurus, you lose Yang, and RNG come out on top.
They also lose the tower. Like, one good thing in that fight is because the TP radius got changed, and you can like TP into the trees. Like, you can do so many good things with that new TP. Like, Mars was TPing top, like we're gonna see that again, and they don't scout it out. So he comes from the northern side, but still damage from the DP ulti. The Sandstorm is a bit too much. They have good saving abilities. They have a coil. They have a disruption from Shadow Demon. But the damage after they use Arena is just not enough. And Troll doesn't deal that much damage. The good thing for them is Juggernaut is keeping up with the Troll. They also managed to bring down the 2 towers. Their tier 1 tower on the top is still pretty healthy. So all good. Elephant, they don't have enough tower damage to just keep the pressure. Like, they have had a lot of advantage. They had almost 3k gold advantage coming out from the laning stage, but losing 2 towers kind of sent them back, and the inability to push the towers is going to be a pretty big deal.
Yeah, that last fight, Yurus, he used his ult pretty early on in that exchange. Then he's just trying to run without the battle trance and without any survivability. He gets really caught out, and I mean, that's a really good fight for RNG. Our scoreline is almost equal with what we saw in game 1. Goes to 12-4, then 12-6. We might be watching a replay.
D-Stones with the silence. He's trying to pick up the rune.
Omni, not
I
doing
don't
a
think
lot
they're
of
getting a
damage to
kill
Yang.
from this one unless they get a stun from Nyx.
Okay.
So Dead Prophet has 2,000 gold on top of Hood, brown boots. BKB queued up? I don't like that. You need mana region. Having a... Okay, so he changes his mind. I like that a lot more. You know, getting boots of travel so you can be more active on the map. I also wouldn't mind seeing the Yule Scepter, just to have a bit more mana sustain. Hood BKB just sounds awful.
Yeah, I don't know if I really like the early BKB. I agree with you there. I just would like to see something be built with this advantage that can really give you more.
They survived through the laning stage. That's what matters for RNG.
Yeah.
Sanking, you know, managing to recover a bit. Was involved in 2 kills. No last hits whatsoever. Has a bottle and a blink queued up. He's going to skip that bottle. No need to go for a bottle at the moment, considering you're so close to blink. Has that trusty shovel. Just needs to use it.
If they can get the Blink Daggers on the Enigma as well as the Sand King at the same time, that could certainly line up to be a very disastrous fight for Elephant.
Now, all they need is that, like, one good fight. Same thing has happened in game number 1, where they took one good fight and Elephant started respecting them more, started to not put so much pressure on them.
Right.
Both carriers will have Battle Fury pretty much at the same time. Troll will get it maybe 20-30 seconds earlier.
God King into the jungle, but not finding any camps to farm. He spent all that time searching and he found nothing. No camps. It's unfortunate. Slow down that Battle Fury just a little bit. There's the Orchid picked up for Storm. We'll see how and if he can snowball out of control with that item pickup.
Different item builds on the Storm Spirit. We've seen some Storms getting Kaya, sometimes even Kaya Sanj into BKB. Status resistance is good against the silences, against the stun, but Orchid is a better pickoff item where you can just solo kill people going into BKB. Like, it's a standard build from the previous patch. People try to experiment. I still feel Orchid in most situations is just a bit better than getting that like Kaya Sanj type of a build.
Right. So they have the Blink Dagger now available for the Sand King.
Red Panda scouting things
Fury
out. Invis.
Ball lightning in. They've got the Orchid. They're going to try and get this kill. Is there any help for him? It doesn't look like it. God King gets the Battle Fury, but he ends up dying soon after. They're still trying to follow this up. Super, Spike Carapace, Impale, Brutal Strike, all coming through. They've got the stuns on at 3. And the Exorcism doing some damage here. FY, he's taken out by the Crypt Swarm from D-Stones. They've got themselves one. They'll look over at Yang. He's trying to TP out. And they Burrow Strike not in time.
Enigma was thinking about using the Black Hole. They will get 2 supports, but they needed a bigger kill. Pretty much the same spot where Game 1 made a turnaround.
They have Vision of Eurus.
Good play from Enigma. You know, he TP's first to the tier 2 tower, shift Q's mech, uses it instantly, tries to save. Like, if that mech goes off, Juggernaut actually lives.
Could have been massive. I think getting those 2 support kills, though, kind of stabilizes it a little bit. They do end up now looking to back off the Enigma and get into the Blink Dagger, find that double Blink initiation that RNG have with the Burrow Strike as well as the Black Hole. We'll see, though, because that's a lot of time now for Elephant. They've got Troll, who's starting to pull away in terms of net worth. He hasn't really been touched. Like, Eurus, he's had a free game up to this point.
Yeah, he's been involved in a lot of the kills in the laning stage. They, I mean, played against the solo Sand King, so that's not really a surprise, but Roshan is being pinged out. They have Medallion ready, almost full Solar Crest on position 5 Abba, 16 minutes in, just needs the 100 gold. Shadow Demon will tank it up with Illusions. But this is taking a lot of time, because Roshan just went out, now he clapped them. Blink on Enigma. Sand King also has a Blink Dagger. Like, this would be pretty big, but they're not having a good read what's happening.
Yeah, they're all away from the pit.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Unfortunately, everybody away from the pit. This is a very open Roche for Elephant. BKB next for the Storm, so Orchid, he got a kill there on the Jug. He's starting to really snowball, keeping up with the Death Prophet. Do you want to fight into Aegis now with Black Hole Burrow Strike?
Philosopher's Stone, also farmed by Mars. So Shadow Demon will take that one. Shadow Demon is a position 4 that really scales well with the levels, with the items. He has a Blink Dagger queued up, so he can set things up nicely. He can save people during the Omni Slash inside the Black Hole.
So Idolhan's getting spotted here by Red Panda.
I just don't like the build on these stones. Like, so much defensive items. After picking up the hood, like, he still didn't die once. Most of the damage they have is magical, but with the Yule Scepter, you can cancel the TPs, you can set things up, you can dispel Orchid, and also investing into earlier BKB doesn't seem like that great of a choice here.
Right.
And he needs, like, you can see that he is struggling with the mana, uses pretty much 2-3 Crypt Swarms, and is at half mana already.
Yeah, it could have been the Yules that, had he had it, maybe even stops like that Mars TP. But he had gone for the hood, so that was slowed down. I would like him to get it. I know they have lockdown with the Burrow Strike and the Impale, Malefice, but you know, having that Yules would be quite nice against this lineup.
For sure. We still haven't seen Black Hole nor Epicenter. They're smoked, trying to find an opening.
All is confusion.
Just not finding anybody at the moment. Jug's keeping up with the Storm, but he's not keeping up with the Troll. His farm's just not getting as out of control as I thought it would.
It's not so much about him not, being able to farm. They had pretty much the same timing on the Battle Fury. It's just that everyone is jungling. This is like kind of a pub game where RNG is not making any aggressive moves. They try to find an opening with the smoke. They manage to bring down the 2 towers, but they are afraid to show on lanes. So most of the time you will have Sanking in the jungle, like even Dead Prophet is jungling. So that means someone's farm is going to need to be sacrificed.
Right. So there's the BKB for the Death Prophet. BKB being built for the Enigma has the Ogre Axe getting delivered. Still needs quite a bit of gold to finish off this BKB. So we'll see if and when he gets that BKB, if that's the game changer, because we're still waiting on the black hole. They don't want to throw it soon after Roche. So RNG, they feel a little bit scared, and Elephant, they're going to smoke and try and take advantage. I think this is the wise choice from them. Especially still working with this Aegis.
Radiant are scanning.
Bottom tier 1 taking some damage. Super in the
Radiant's top
trees.
tower is
He's
under
got
attack.
Vendetta up in 4.
Dire structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is
Again,
under
nobody
attack.
rotating from RNG just yet. They're just farming.
They love hitting creeps. Maybe they're just waiting until this Aegis runs out. A
Could
bit
be
too
for the
scary
timing.
to fight into it. At least Enigma also find the Philosopher's Stone, so it's going to be much easier for him to farm a BKB. Once again, they don't have a single ability that can stop the black hole with. And getting Abyssal Blade, like Abyssal got nerfed, so you need to be very close. It's very hard to execute. Like at least you're a range hero, so you could potentially try to right click. You have a lot of attack speed from the troll, so could potentially bash Enigma.
Sinking almost with his own BKB.
Not much happening.
No, it's gotten pretty quiet. There's big team fight here for RNG that's available. Elephant, they had a little bit of an advantage, but they don't want to use it again. They get a little bit gun shy in terms of going for these kills.
They have 2 big items. Dead Prophet has that BKB, has a hood, super tanky. They're waiting for Juggernaut to finish the Manta style. There it is, so he can dispel things. You can dispel Soul Catcher, most importantly Silence from the Orchid, Silence from possibly Abaddon as well. You can dispel the Solar Crest. You can't dispel Shadow Poison anymore, so that's a pretty big change for Shadow Demon.
They're going defensive again with these stones, going Lincolns next.
This is too defensive. Like, this is extremely defensive item build. I don't like it. Like, you could potentially turn that into Hex. I wouldn't mind that. Just Lincoln Sphere against... Not sure against
Dire's
what.
top tower is under
Zip
attack.
from Storm, Orchid,
Radiant structures
Dual
are
setup from
fortified.
Mars. Just
Radiant's
doesn't sound too
bottom
great.
tower is under attack.
Felix, Midnight Pulse down, blinks over to the side. FY, he's found him. They'll stop the TP.
Dire structures are
Really well done there by FY. Felix is going to get caught. Ball lightning all the way in. He'll pop the mech, but it's not going to keep him alive. And,
Dire's top
well,
tower
Felix, he tries to get cheeky with it, throw down a Midnight Pulse and blink back, but FY was ready, and he's got a
Healing
blink of his own.
Ward. Okay, that's just some... I think Healing Ward actually expired. I don't think Mars killed it there, but good pick off on Enigma, slowing him down a bit. They're saving those good black holes, good epicenters for the later portion of the game.
For TI. Oh. Okay.
Saving strats, saving abilities.
It's always good to save some strats. But sometimes strats grow and they get older. And you gotta let them be free. Use them, you know?
They just didn't find an opportunity.
No.
They used smoke 2 times, couldn't manage to find anything. Like this build on Dead Prophet actually reminds me of like Mushi Medusa build, the Manta style Lincolns.
Right.
One of the so-called most useless builds in the history of Dota, where you don't actually do anything, you don't deal damage, you're just taking care of yourself.
Just don't do damage, you just... yeah, you know, that's some people's philosophies. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, you can deal damage if you're dead, type of a thing, but
That is true. Well,
you can with a lot of heroes. You
Yeah.
die with Leshrac, Edict, Venomancer. Like, there are a couple of things, but with most heroes you can't deal the damage.
most people can't deal damage, you know, after they're dead.
Heroes, not people.
True. People can deal damage after they're dead.
Oh, it's not. Go into that dark area. Not an expert on these kind of things.
T-Stone's going towards the ulti orb, going for the Lincoln Sphere. It's already got that perseverance. Game really just creaking to a halt.
Just farm festival. Everyone hitting the creeps. A pick off here and there. But where's that big team fight? RNG lineup is really good at it. Where is that?
And welcome to the 2021 Farm Festival. Your farms are happy to have you. Basher next for the troll. He's sitting at 17,000 almost. God King's kind of making his way in. He's almost got a Basher himself. Battle Fury Manta going for the Basher.
Has
He's
a
also got the
shard on
shard.
top of that. Yeah.
Rip Panda. Okay.
But they're trying to do it. He just placed another sentry ward.
Yeah, Burrow Strike comes through on Eurus. They're trying to take away his mana, the ball lightning, as well as the electric vortex. They've got the silence, but the BKB's been popped by Somnus, so he's okay to keep on going. Exorcism used. This is the first defensive exorcism we're seeing
He
from
places
D-Stones.
another observer ward. Super is just playing some mind games. You know, he plays 2 sentries. He manages to D-ward. He just wanted to have that high ground vision where they want to take the fight, because vision could potentially win them the game there. That Prophet using the exorcism, but that was exorcism with Arcane Rune, so that's a good thing. Forcing out the BKB from the Storm Spirit. Red Panda, he's one of the few position 5s that really like to invest his early gold into gem. They want to see this Nyx Assassin, they want to see Sanking, get rid of the wards. Now Storm Spirit is holding it, going into, back to Kaya and Sanj, a bit of status resistance, and Kaya got a huge buff. Mana regen amplification increased from 24 to 50%, so more than double.
Wow. And RNG didn't go in a rush with that exorcism, so Elephant will. And this is going to be Aegis, Cheese, and Shard if they get it. Burrow Strike, flyby, a little bit short, goes to the epicenter. Can he pick up anything? Aegis gets picked up by Eurus. It's actually snatched. Sonus is dead. Flyby's traded. The Battle Trance was used, and he picked up everything.
He got everything. That's a good thing. They managed to get a kill. I'm just looking where the gem is. Can't find it.
It's on Abaddon.
Abaddon? Okay, he's the one holding it. It would be pretty huge if they lost the gem there as well.
Is he? Yeah, he's probably going to give the Shard to Storm, right?
Nah, he's keeping it.
Oh, is he?
There we go.
Rampage. Rampage.
Give him the rampage. Yeah.
Now you can just buy a Rampage. Yeah. You don't have to get 5 kills anymore. Just need 1,400 gold. Balanced.
It's a long cooldown on Rampage. It's an 80-second cooldown, 75 mana. It's a good one. It gives either attack speed or you get the status resistance. Depends whether you're melee or range.
Blinks in, blinks out, flyby. Just got to be careful. Sentry wards placed down by both teams over mid. BKB gets popped. Felix still sitting back. It's like he's looking for the perfect black hole.
Seems to be the case.
Like it has to be
They
perfect.
need to be a bit more chaotic in the front lines to set things up. You know, go in. You know where they're going to be grouping around if they land a good arena. So potentially that's the play.
Jug still 4K behind. But of course, Troll getting a little bit of a boost with that Shard in the net worth department.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I feel like throughout this whole game, we did not see a single team fight. Like one big team fight, Enigma going in, follow it up by a Sanking, Dead Prophet running. So Lincoln Sphere done on Dead Prophet as well.
Will the next item
Dire's
be
bottom
defensive?
tower is under attack.
Can the next item be defensive?
I don't think it's possible to get another defensive item after this one. Just maybe there is. Buy a Wind Waker, invest 6,000 gold. At this point, you need either Shivas to slow things down and possibly provide a bit more vision, or you need a Hex to be able to control them. But a lot of the Hex value could potentially be lost against Abba's shield.
RNG are kind of split up a little bit.
Radiant are standing.
This might hurt him. They're going to dust immediately, looking for the epicenter. They'll go in onto FY, but the arena's through. They've got
He
the
got the
silence
Ghost
on the
Scepter
Nyx
off.
Assassin. Doesn't look like he's going to get out, even though he got the Ghost Scepter off. However, Flyby does leave. So it is a trade. A trade that,
They will take it.
yeah, BKB's down to 6 for Flyby. I guess. He's in, he's out. It's pretty much his job. I don't know if the BKB really matters going from 9 to 6 for him as much. D-Stone's God King. Running away.
Aegis will be gone in a minute and 20. Maybe then it's time to strike. Enigma has a full duration BKB, Midnight Pulse, level 3 going into Aetherlands. I love that build. This is like the first time when I saw Jinkyu, I believe, who played Enigma in the previous patch. Like that was his first item. Just the cast range, mana regeneration, feels good. Also, he decided to go for the 8 CDR. I'm a big fan of Midnight Pulse. Like, I think this talent, you know, don't get me wrong, reducing the cooldown on your BKB, on your Black Hole, that's all fine. But the Midnight Pulse AoE is actually huge. It covers the whole screen.
Yeah, it would be nice to have that extra radius. Speaking of Jinkyu, I hope Season 2 we do end up seeing a Techies from him.
No, we're good. Thank you.
He plays a really good 4 Techies. It's fun. It's more fun than you think. Smoke from RNG. They'll come over, spot the troll. Smoke's broken. God King forced to run. Fights.
Dire's top tower.
Aegis gone in a few seconds. Let's see if they can time it. Nice setup.
Spike Carapace. There's the Impale. Felix.
Can they time it? Yes, they can.
Does he want to go in? BKB's been popped. He doesn't jump just yet. Looking for that opportunity. Maybe looking for the troll to turn around. They've got the Exorcism rolling on a Red Panda. Still chasing this Abaddon. Felix staying far behind. There's the borrowed time. They've got the Burrow
gem.
Strike. So back to full health. And now, ooh, they missed the stun. So they'll continue to try to get this kill on a Red Panda. They just can't.
Too tanky. He has a plate mail, full solar crest. They can't even kill Abba. It was nicely timed gank, but there is no real follow-up. They need to use like either a Black Hole or they need to use the Omni Slash on top of him while he's stunned to be able to deal the damage.
Yeah, Felix, it looked like he had the positioning ready to go. And then...
Not yet, not yet. We're waiting for that 35 to 40-minute Black Hole.
It's just not going to come out yet. The Black Hole. So, Deso next for the Mars. You've got that Basher ready. Enigma is still going into the Aether Lens.
Shadow Demon, Ag's done. So he can potentially break Juggernaut's critical strike, which is not bad. Also, you have 3 charges of Demonic Purge.
I've been wanting this.
So, right now...
You can just use like those 3 charges on a Juggernaut.
Yeah, seriously. Go after him. They've got the Vortex. Burrow Strike comes in with BKB pop by Somnus. That doesn't land.
Rampage
BKB was also popped by
used.
Yang.
I was wondering what that sound is. It's the same sound as
Jug.
Alti.
It's just the same sound?
I believe it is.
So, right now, Enigma's just a red supergiant. He's not at the final step. He still needs to go through Supernova, and then he'll be able to use the black hole, and it'll be beautiful.
Yeah, we've seen at the major Enigma's being able to almost defeat Supernova. Like, this is the final boss. He almost getting caught, but the quick reaction.
He blinked back, Flyby trying to burrow strike away, and now they've got the Midnight Pulse down. The BKB was popping the Death Prophet. They're still trying to get D-Stones out, but the Bashes are in. It's not enough to save him. Blade Fury all around. Felix looking for his opportunity. They've done a lot of damage here. Omni Slash bouncing around. BKB's been popped. He's going through. There's the black hole that comes through on a 3. They get the kill on a Yang. They'll go over and they'll take out Eurus. Ball Lightning in with the Vortex, though. It's going to be a trade as they get the kill on a God King, but they've used the Spike Caverns. Do they have a stun to follow this up? No, not yet. They have the Aphotic Shield, the Burrow Strike. Ooh, Flyby dying as he gets the Burrow Strike out. They hit the impale onto the Abaddon. Flyby does buy back, and they're trying to get Red Panda out of mana and out of life. Right click's coming in, Aphotic Shield popped again, Burrow Strike through, and they'll get the kill on a Red Panda. They'll take him out. It does force the buyback from Flyby. God King, he's dead too, but they finally use that black hole. It's a 3-man black hole that does get them numbers.
Finally, he lands a good black hole. They stole the gem. Like, you can see how much damage Shadow Demon does in the end. He uses a Soul Catcher, which is maxed out. Like, it's just so much. I want to see how many charges of Demonic Purge he used it onto Juggernaut, because he can just ruin him. He also went for 200 damage on Demonic Purge, level 15 talent. So it's 700 damage times 3 minus magic reduction. It's around 1600 damage. 1500.
Let's see it again. Blink back from Felix. Go after D-Stones. Broken. Bashed. And, oh, there was a bash back from God King, which almost saved D-Stones, but then he was immediately first hit bash again. You can see Felix. Watch the blink, because Storm's coming in to go to the backlines as I believe he goes for this blink. Yeah, BKB, blink, black hole.
He blinks out. He manages to blink out. Storm was ready to go in. Now check the damage from the Shadow Demon. Soul Catcher on 2 heroes. They just lose so much HP, but good buyback there from Sanking. They managed to take down Gem from Abba, which is pretty big. They have 2 Invis heroes.
Aegis, Cheese, Ag's Blessing, Dire. They have nothing to stop this. And again, it is another Aegis for Elephant.
Yeah, I think you give that Aghanim Scepter to Storm Spirit. Free items. So they got a lot of free gold in this game from Roshan. They got the Shard, they got the Cheese Aegis, and the Aghanim Scepter on Storm Spirit. This is going to be big. Like, the big zip could potentially ruin them. Troll with the Battle Fury. Mars follows it up. Just like God's Rebuke could make a ton of damage.
That's a lot of gold from Roche. Giving the allowance out. Hey, Roche, can we have our 1,400 gold allowance? Yeah, sure. Here you go.
The best I can do is 5. You know, this is how it works for me in the pubs.
Roche, we're back. We were hoping we could get more allowance this time. How much do you want now? 4,200. Ooh, Burrow Strike hits. Eurus caught. Midnight Pulse is down. They're trying to get his mana away, and they've got the
Good
bashes.
save.
There's the save. So, FY getting that save. He gets the Battle Trance off, but he heals up into the air. They've got themselves the Electric Vortex onto 2 of these heroes. They look over at Super with the BKB being popped here. Oh, the Spear misses from Yang. That's pretty uncharacteristic of him, as God King's already used himself the Omni Sledge. They've got themselves the black hole through on Eurus. Can they keep him alive? It looks like they can. So he's going to go through for more, and now they've got the blue hole to turn it around. That's on a 3. Ball lightning back and forth from Simon, so eat the cheese will go into D-Stones. Eurus getting low, trying to run with the Aphotic Shield being placed on him by Red Panda. That's helping him survive so far. He's really been saved a multitude of times. They get the kill on a Felix. He'll buy back immediately. They don't have Flyby for 90 seconds, but the Blade Fury, the Bash is on Simon. They'll get the kill onto the Storm. They've got the Link is placed on him. Heals up into the air. Is this Mars? Can they kill Yang? They've got the silence as he lands up into the ground. They've got the Midnight Pulse at his feet. They'll take him out. No buyback.
That was a good fight from RNG. They almost managed to take down the Troll as well, but the Satanic, his ulti, it's just a bit too much. Like, you can see the Juggernaut. He's using the spin with the Shard to be able to do the bashes. He's also applying procs from the Mindbreaker, silencing people. I think Flyby would have enough time to use his Heaven's Halberd there. Like, when he lands, I don't think there's an instant BKB. First he stuns him, then doesn't pop, but okay.
Spear misses. Omnislash will take out the Aegis. Flyby goes to the back lines. Felix looking for that opportunity again. BKB Black Hole, but of course FY is there with a disruption, continuing to disrupt this fight.
They need to be able to jump Shadow Demon. Like, this
Yeah,
is the
he
target
has
to go for.
too
If
much
they can
space.
somehow manage to get a good jump with the possible sinking, but so far, FY position has been amazing this game. And this Philosopher's Stone, like, they set him up for a really nice game at the start, getting him in the first blood, another kill. He had the 4 or 5 minute mana boots, continues to stack the jungle, finds the Philosopher's Stone, gets the Blink Dagger, and like, it's gonna be hard because I see E on disc. They have nothing that they can dispel the things with.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Yeah, it's
attack.
going to be difficult. Going for the Aeon Disc.
Are
They did
fortified.
pick up a Timeless Relic on RNG, which is given over to the Nyx Assassin.
Oh, it's a great item on Nyx. Like the carapace lasting 25% longer. He went for the Impale Stun. Getting closer to level 20, plus 0.6 seconds carapace stun duration. It's quite a lot. That's 3 seconds extra, 0.25. Brings him to 3.7 second carapace. So that's going to be huge.
So still a 16k lead. Let's see what they can find from this. Nothing doing just yet, as over mid. Take a look, Eurus going into the Swift flank. He's got that Abyssal. Yang, like we said, he had finished off the death, so he's also going for an Abyssal.
They're trying to itemize to be able to deal with Enigmas. BKB,
Almost 25 for Death Prophet. Get those extra Exorcism Spirits out there. That'll put a lot more damage.
yeah, I think this time around he needs to go for the Exorcism Spirits just to have a bit more damage. Spirit Siphon is all good, you know, don't get me wrong, but damage coming up
Ooh,
from the
smoke,
Spirits
Yang.
could be a bit too high. They're getting close. Oh, they
Burrow
see
strike,
him.
they spotted him. And oh, just as he gets spotted, the TP away from this troll. Blade Fury on top of Yang. He's going to use himself into the air, and well, that's not going to help him out.
So they
He
lost.
drops the gem.
Is that another gem? I believe that is. They just found 2 gems. Nyx Assassin is holding one. That was bought by Red Panda.
And then they've got the gem on the deck. They've got the Eyes of the World ready to go.
Juggernaut is doing so much with his spin. As
the
I said,
shard is
applying
crazy.
bashes. He went for Blade Fury DPS on top of that.
Octarine Core for the Enigma.
Radiant's middle tower
So that
has
black
fallen.
hole on a 147 second, 0.2.
Oh,
Cooldown.
0.2, that's the big.
It's big.
Big
That's difference
changer.
maker. 0.2. It's a lot.
I think I would prefer him to have Refresher. Just get the lens. You still have enough mana to cast the 2 black holes with. Then you can go back to Octarine Core. And at this point, you don't even have a buyback. Has a ninja gear, so he can smoke himself. Gonna be much harder to find.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, much harder to find, and he's been kind of on it with these blinks and the BKB. Avoiding the storm, getting into the right position. Oh, Jug getting given a bottle. What is he going to bottle up? The double damage. It's 2 times the damage.
It's the only time you give someone a bottle. If it's double damage, maybe Arcane, but yeah, he would prefer to have a Basher inside his inventory.
Yeah, true.
Also-
Especially with what it's been doing for him. You know, we've got these tier 5 items that come out at 60 minutes. I'm ready for tier 2 runes. That's the idea. Triple damage.
Double damage, okay.
Triple damage,
50%.
arcane. Oh. Ball lightning, vortex, spear, catches flyby.
Has
He's got
buyback.
buyback. They're gonna go after the Enigma. They catch him. He doesn't have buyback. They caught him, I believe, trying to go in with a black hole, but now they're right on top of Eurus. They've got the disruption. The Lotus Orb is going to be placed on Eurus. They have the impale. That lands. Right clicks coming in. God King trying to do what he can, but Rampage, I believe, is out. They've got the right clicks. They've got him low. Can God King survive? Not looking likely. And he's dead for 100. He's going to buy back and go over to the outpost as quick as he can. They've got the silence out on Eurus, but the Lotus Orb is going to purge that off. They look over, trying to kill Somnus. Burrow Strike lands. They've got the control. They'll get the kill on Somnus. He's dead. He does not have buyback.
But at what cost? They had to use buyback on God King. Flyby uses buyback immediately. That's why I said Enigma. Maybe he should have kept the buyback instead, investing that money into the Octarine core. Like, you get caught, you die. Where's the follow-up? Next, Roche may respawn in 20 seconds. Storm Spirit, no buyback. There's another gem on the ground.
Gems on gems on gems. Scan comes out. That does connect. Maybe thinking that they're going after Roche in a few seconds as the respawn time is 5.
Storm will be able to pick up the gem with his courier. It's being pinged out, but I think it's a bit too late.
Oh, Roche, a minute. So right as Storm comes back up. Did they lose both gems? No.
There's one on
the
Nyx Assassin.
They're good. And look at that.
It's very hard
Felix.
for Juggernaut. Like, he can potentially use the ulti, but there is a Lotus Orb on Troll, so he can't pop it. That's the big issue. Like, they have no way of dispelling things, and it's one of the best item against the Juggernaut in the mid-late game.
Super did so much in this fight. Just burrowed under the ground, being a nuisance. Spike Carapace, the impales.
Yeah, they need to deal with this Nyx Assassin.
He was the problem last game.
He was.
And
and I want
committed
to see Eon Disc. Like, they have nothing. I mean, they have Shadow Demon ulti. I'm not sure if he wants to save that one to possibly purge it off, and he also take a lot less damage when he's burrowed. If he gets his multiple spells off in a team fight, that's gonna be big. Like, the reflect duration, stun duration on Nyx Assassin, 3.6 seconds. A bit of Kale there.
I thought he was setting up. They had the vision in the lane with the obs. He goes into the burrow.
They are inside a bit.
Yeah, they're in the Roche. They're trying to get this Aegis Cheese Refresher Shard and the Axe Blessing. They're going to get it easy for free. Aegis picked up by Eurus. They leave the Refresher Shard. Interesting. They're going to go and look for the Burrow Strike. That doesn't let him to FY. He blinks away. They've got the Spear that's out onto D-Stones. He's in a lot of trouble. The Abyssal Waiter followed up with a Black Hole. Comes through on the 2. It's going to be onto the Abaddon as well as the Troll with BKB powered by Felix. They've got themselves the Arena Tower as well as the God Speak. That's going to be out on the D-Stones. Omnisled bouncing around, but it's over on the right. Panda who's got the borrow time. Thanks for the health, Jung, because you're not getting this kill. D-Stones, he goes down. Burrow Strike comes through on a Eurus, but is it going to be enough? He still has an Aegis to work with, so it's not looking likely. They'll go after Yang. They're getting the kill onto the Mars. They'll take him out, but he's dead for 99 and does have buyback. Flyby, Felix, they're gone with D-Stones. D-Stones and Flyby don't have buyback because they used it before, and they're going to look over as Elephant will take the fight.
Yeah, a lot of lag. Haven't seen too much. Decent Black Hole, but the Troll is a bit too much with Satanic, with that Rampage as well. There's still a Refresher Shard inside the pit. Like, this could potentially be a game changer if, like, maybe it's time to scout things out, see what's happening there. You don't see that anyone used it. Maybe they forgot.
Send a courier. Actually, you have to go get it yourself.
You have to go get it yourself because the couriers don't provide vision inside the Roche pit anymore.
They're going to go get the tier 3.
Dire's middle tower
Go for the range racks, then the melee.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
How can they defend? They're without 2 heroes. They're without the Black Hole. They need everything to go right. Maybe Super can be that turnaround for them, but it's certainly going to be tough. Black Hole, 22 seconds. Death Prophet up in the same time. We'll take out another set. So 33,000 net worth lead.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And they could go in and close out the game. Still no Black Hole yet available. Will be up in a couple of seconds. There we go.
Still have to go for the Aegis though, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough considering they still don't have Flyby either. They'll land the Impale. They're just trying to slow this down so they can get all 5 heroes up. Eurus hit with the Spirit Siphon. Now they've got the Silence out onto this Troll. But there's the Lotus Orb to keep him safe.
Is under attack.
They'll back off. They don't get the last tier 3, don't get the last set of racks just yet. So no megas, just supers. And super as it is.
Midnight Pulse still doing the work. But I feel like they should go in and try to close out this game. Possibly if they get a good jump on Enigma, like they take him down because there are no saves whatsoever.
So they're going to go in. Ball lightning Vortex, the damage on a D-Stones. He's got the BKB, but he's already broken. He's hit with the Abyssal Blade. They're going to Blade Fury in, try and get him away. The Black Hole is out on a Eurus, but he's got the Aegis, so they need to be careful about how they go for this. They're going to take the Aegis out with the Burrow Strike as well as the Impales coming through. The Arena's down as well as the Spear that's going to land on the God King with the Ball Lightning as well as the Vortex. Can he get it? No, the Spike Cameras is there with the BKB before by Somnus. Now they've got themselves the Vortex, but is it going to be enough to even get the Nyx Assassin? They don't have the damage just yet. Yang on the back lines looking over at D-Stones. They
got
can
the
get
Carapace
God
off.
King low, but can they get the kill onto the Jug? It doesn't look likely at the moment as he gets pushed away via the Spear. They've got Super. So the Nyx Assassin is dead. He buys back. They've got Yang in the air. The Burrow Strike hits, and Yang's going to be dead with buyback once again. The gem on the deck for what seems to be the 4th time. That was everything used by RNG. They got the Aegis out of the hands of Elephant. They get the kill on Yang. However, is that enough to hold this game in the balance where RNG can make a comeback once again?
Super is just doing so much work on this Nyx Assassin. The Timeless Relic, the longer duration stuns, the Carapaces. They are trying to focus him down. Not the best Black Hole. They managed to kill kill Troll once. But that's it. Like I think he needs to play a bit more risky, save that Black Hole for potentially, you know, multiple man Black Hole, because this is their way back into this game.
So we watch that replay. Vortex almost enough. Gosh, Nyx Assassin is surviving for so long. Spike Carapace, look at that. Stuns up 3. So I think stunned up even 4. Finally he dies, but they have to leave Yang.
Yeah, I think this Octarine core on Enigma was not the greatest pickup. It's just, Lens is fine to have a bit more mana, the cast range, that is also good, but you invested another 3,000 gold that could have potentially been a refresher. And also at this stage of the game, Ninja Gear is fine. You still have Philosopher's Stone. You could get some value from it.
He also went Shard, by the way.
Well, Shard, Enigma Shard is good, you know. The faster you move, the faster it pulls. I've seen Weavers just getting, you know, sucked into the Black Hole.
Just, you know, pulling them into the Black Hole. Past that event horizon. Then there's never any coming back. Still shows potential to bring the game back. 40k net worth here for Eurus. Wow.
He got a couple of free items from Roche.
Yeah. Up in that allowance. I need more allowance. Ball lightning in, and they will find D-Stones once again. He has been the target every single time they try to make a move here with BKB behind, and the right click's coming in. D-Stones is just going to die. He does have buyback. Felix with the Black Hole. That comes through on a 2, but they don't have anybody to follow this up. There's nobody here. Burrow Strike finally lands. They look over at Eurus. They'll get the kill on a Felix. They'll end up losing FY. So FY, he's been the saving grace here for the side of Elephant. They're going to buy back on both the Shadow Demon as well as the Stormers. They got the kill out on Asandis. They look over at Eurus. Eurus is trying to heal up as much as he can, but he doesn't have enough mana. They've got the Ball Lightning as well as the Vortex. That's going to lock in 2 heroes and help Eurus survive. When the Burrow Strike comes in, they get a kill onto Eurus. They lose God King. God King has buyback. Somnus used his, and his BKB is about to run out. So he's forced to Ball Lightning away. And they pick up another gem.
There's 2 gems on the ground. You can just pick it up. Like he's just, you know, I'll keep one. I don't necessarily need to pick up the second one. He could potentially put the observers and sentries in his backpack and just take another gem, but does not want to do it.
So no Enigma for 66, no Black Hole for 60. They need to be able to hold. They bought back on 4 heroes on Elephant. That opens up opportunity for RNG, but they're right here back at the base again.
Enigma does not have a buyback for another 2 minutes. They want to go in and try to close out this game. Nyx Assassin with the Burrow Strikes, with the mana burn. Sanking also trying to set things up with his Burrow Strike. Yeah, Impale.
Disarm, rough flags, that's fine.
He's you know, very low on mana. Actually has no mana now. So can't use the ulti, can't
Can't
use
use Abyssal.
axes, can't even use Abyssal. Exactly. So they're going to need to go back.
Wow. So that lets the Enigma come back up.
They potentially have one more fight. Enigma getting closer to the refresher. Like, I love efficiency. I'm all about that efficiency. When you're dead, you have Philosopher's Stone. Why don't you just put it in? Instead of keeping the ninja gear, it's free gold.
Literally free gold. Every time they've gone, and it did work
Oh,
this
it's being
time.
pinged out. They found the refresher
Dude,
inside
who left
the pit.
this here? Who left this refresher? Now the question is, does RNG expect this? A refresher shard this late?
You don't.
They've smoked up.
Well, thank you.
They're,
Like, this could
okay.
potentially be game losing if Enigma could have picked it up.
Yeah.
Even that profit. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Almost a refresher for the Death Prophet. Death Prophet has to survive, though. And they've been focusing their attention on the Death Prophet a lot. Lotus Orb, Mana Burn on the both, reflected with the Lotus Orb.
So they gave it to Shadow Demon.
Which is smart, I think, because FY's been doing a lot.
He's been doing quite a lot.
He
you
has
know.
been clutch.
Those demonic per charges 6. You just drop it on one hero. That hero is dead.
Abaddon has that Ags.
We've seen in the first game,
Yeah.
parallel walls, 3 walls used at the same time. Unfortunately, we didn't see 6.
I think we saw it. 5 at the end, right?
It
Because
was
he
4.
had the parallel, and then he had the 2. I don't know. Oh, it was a lot.
But this time around, Shadow Demon also trying to get his refresher, plus a refresher shard. Exorcism pop.
They're into the pit. They're going to try and get themselves their first Rosh of the game, the 4th Rosh of the game. There's 5 minutes until tier 5s, and it looks like this is going to be close.
Yeah, this is big. Abba with level 25 miss coil talent and the
Ooh,
Ags.
it's
He's just going to be
close,
shooting
it's close,
those
it's
coils.
close. And they've got themselves the Aegis. All right. She's picked up.
All right, slow it down. I don't see what's happening. Just go back until Caleb passes.
Break through the firewall.
So yeah, to go back to the Abba talk.
Yeah.
Aghanim Scepter, whenever someone takes 500 damage, miss coil will automatically fire. But it's an AoE coil with the talent. It works. Last time I tested it, it worked.
Ags on Death Prophet. That's where the blessing goes to.
Stupendous.
Question is he going to use it? No, he gave it to the Enigma. Okay. Gave it to the Enigma. Refresher shard on Enigma. If he could get the double black hole.
Triple black hole, possibly.
Yeah.
Like at this point, I wouldn't mind seeing him sell the mech and potentially just have buyback and the refresher.
Shard being built for the Death Prophet. And now this game, net worth doesn't matter. The buybacks are lacking. They've got the Aegis on the Jug. So he's ready with a second life. This is their first Rosh of the game.
Man, this
And it
whole
comes in a
series
big time.
has been chaotic. Pretty intense. You never know who's going to win until the end. So we need to see who will execute it better. Storm Spirit, Full Blood Thorn, Sight of Vice, level 29. Like, what more can you ask from this hero? Troll also has Whirling Axes upgraded. Like, look at Troll. He has so many abilities. Like, Battle Trance is a strong spell as well.
A lot of buttons to press for that Troll. By the way, Nyx Assassin's level 25. He's got that extra 80 agility.
This time around, he decided to go for a different talent, which I think it's better, because they are not the ones who are trying to get the stuff going on the map. It's all about that defense. They're defending the high ground, defending the tier 3 towers, and yeah, he's sitting at 33 armor, which is 65% physical resistance. It's not about dealing the right clicks, but it's all about being more survivable. Shard, as you said, gonna be built by Death Prophet, so that's gonna give her 1 extra charge, and it's fear. Like before, it was reducing the armor, and now if you're siphoned for 4 seconds, it's a 2-second fear.
So we're about to get to tier 5s. We're actually going to see it this time, it seems. hopefully the Kale will alleviate. But I'm used to this.
Damage.
The slide showing. We're okay. The action is still alive. The action is still there.
Sometimes it happens, you know, and we have to go through it together, but a very entertaining game.
If we all hold hands, it'll be okay. So I think both teams are going to concede to 60 minutes.
Yeah, you're gonna wait. You're gonna wait.
What can I get?
Aegis
Let's
will
roll the
expire.
dice.
They don't have that ballista carrier this time around because Troll wants to be in
Radiant
melee
are
form.
scanning.
What else is potentially good? Like Stygian Desolator, always good.
Ooh.
Always good. Apex feels fine. Mirror Shield. What about Giant's Ring? Who do you
That
give
always feels great. Give it to the Enigma. I just want to see Enigma with it. Towering over everybody. Going for the top tier 2.
Radiant's top tower
And
is under attack.
it's gone.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Butterfly being built. 60 minutes and 30 seconds.
Like Mirror Shield still feels like one of the best ones, where you just reflect things. Like potentially on Enigma, stopping any Abyssal initiations, even though it's very hard for them to get the Abyssal on. Like Yang needs to be in a perfect position pretty much. Like look at if you click over Abyssal Blade, it's just so small. So if like Black Hole is used on top of himself, you can't stop it. Like you need to be inside the Black Hole, so something that he needs to be careful about, and there's always this opportunity. I don't think it's even doable.
Apex.
Like you need to have BKB also running, because Shard from Enigma will pull you in.
So Apex found by the Jug. Seer Stone. Cast range, vision bonus, 10 mana regen.
So cast range, while he's
Book of
burrowed,
Shadows.
he's gonna test that. Like he just burrowed himself. Let's see. Oh my god. Oh my god, what is this?
Full screen.
It's bigger. It's actually bigger than the full screen.
And now he's going Octarine. He's like, I like this. This is mine. I'm keeping this. Oh my god. Book of Shadows, Giant's Ring. Helped by the Troll. He's massive. He's actually massive. That's the biggest Cliff TZ I've ever seen.
40 strength, 60 movement speed, so you can sell your boots, and all his items are very well color coordinated.
Ex Machina and Pirate Hat. All right, well, Mars with a pirate hat. Yar. The pirate life.
Always
be for
finds a
me.
bounty rune,
Ooh,
so they
Fallen Sky. I don't know, I'm always interested by every single one. A ballista. Oh, okay. That
They don't have the hero to, like, in this game, like, no real value from Ballista. You don't have that edgy range hero that can just push them away.
See, Death Prophet's going Fallen Sky. What if it was like Enigma? Fallen Sky, boom, slam down, Black Hole. Refresh, Fallen Sky.
Black Hole, Midnight Pulse.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So we have Juggernaut still holding Illusion Escape. He was not very lucky in this one. Ex Machina on the Storm Spirit, so he can refresh all of his items. Double Bloodthorn, double Lincoln Sphere, double Sight of Vice, BKB, you name it. Shadow Demon just holding a Telescope for now. Abba, level 26. I want to see how much damage he can transition into healing with the coil, with the Mist AoE coil.
Interesting. So
Sanking is holding Apex.
Yeah, he was given it to him by the Jug.
Jug is like, nah, I'm keeping this one.
Yeah, Jug.
He has
The
45.
Illusion Escape.
100 HP. But Nyx Assassin is the hero to look out for. With the Seer Stone. They're just having fun, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
He's just faking it.
Well, yeah. Well, the whole sound goes off. Burrow Strike's going to come in. They're going to look over. They've got the Abyssal Blade on the flyby with the Lotus Orb, so he's going to be okay for now. They've got themselves the Sun, as well as the Abyssal Blade that's going to be reflected with the Lotus Orb. The ball lightning in. They've also got the Hex under the Jug. They're looking over, so the Black Hole comes in. Black Hole out of there. All three
3 cores on the side of
Refresher.
Elephant. They've got the refresher. Can they get it down
He
again? No, they
died.
can. Felix ends up dying. They get the kill on FY. They're looking over at God King, but the right clicks come in with the audience. They got themselves a black hole onto this troll again. Yours, Yang, Red Panda, see you later. He got it. He bought back. It's a full team wipe. They have the
buying
buybacks
back.
available.
They bought back on 3 heroes already. Who has the buyback left? Troll, he has a buyback, not using it right now. Same goes for Mars, so they potentially could buy back on all 5 heroes. That was nicely executed. I did not see what happened there, like how he instantly died after using the black hole. I'm just looking at the buybacks right now, because that's all that matters at the moment. Like, Enigma, use the buyback. They need to be able to take care of Enigma. Potentially save him, Fallen Sky.
Middle tower is under attack.
Roche is up in 36 seconds. Blade Fury going for the tier 3. These auto remnants are a pain.
Tower is under attack.
They've also got the glyph. They could back up go for Roche, but
Structures are fortified.
they don't know what's up. Buyback used by the Mars. There it is.
So there is a 4th buyback from Elephant.
Trying to hold Eurus' buyback. 43 seconds on the black hole, but they do have refresher. Binding in. Binding out. They've got the arena down as well as the spear that's going to come through into the next assassin who's burrowed into the ground with the BKB being popped by the Mars. They'll look over as Eurus did use that buyback. He
Fallen
goes
Sky.
forward, and can they get the black hole? They will!
There it is,
The
once
black hole's
again.
out of the Mars and the troll. They're looking over the Abaddon. They get the Cunning Yang. They're going to get this Mars out of the fight. He's there for 2 minutes. They look over at Eurus, who doesn't have a lot of life to live with. The battle chances used, trying to keep him alive. The BKB's been popped by Felix. He doesn't have another black hole to work with. Can they kill Eurus off? He's got such a sliver of health. He finally
That's
died.
it.
They look at the
That's
shadow
the
team. They
game.
can't
No
get
Eurus.
FY. No Eurus. No game left for Elephant. RNG are going to complete the upset. They don't have anybody to defend this. GG is called. RNG take the 2-0.
Man, I can't believe they did it. After, like, it's pretty much the same thing that happened in the first game. Like, they lose the laning stage. Most of the heroes are in the